Welcome to this video on our individual Tefl training. My name's Roy, and what I'd like to do in this video is just explain a little bit about our certified individual Tefl training course, what you get, how it's going to work for you step by step, how the whole thing works, who it would benefit. Now, we're a big believer that there's no one right Tefl course for everybody. We believe that the individual Tefl training suits a certain kind of person with a certain kind of need, and we'll explain that, and also why we offer it. And we have a special promotion for July, and we'd like to talk about that as well. So let's just jump straight into it, and we'll talk about what you get. Start with the Tefl training itself. You're going to get a personal expert Tefl trainer, and you're going to get them for a minimum of 50 hours of individual lessons. On top of those 50 hours, you're going to get one-to-one support sessions. You're going to get access to your trainer 8 hours a day whenever you have any issues. The course itself is going to be designed specifically for you, so you'll have a consultation and your Tefl trainer will understand who you are, what your needs are, when you can train, if you've got experience or confidence issues, and they're going to design the course to kind of fit around your specific needs. It's all going to be delivered online, and what we mean by that is we have special software that's a little bit like Skype, but a little bit more created specifically for online training. So we can share our screen, we can have like a whiteboard where we can write things and you can see what we're writing. It's all recorded so you can access it later, and a whole bunch of other different things that makes it really suitable for this. And you don't need to download anything to access the software. It's all web-based, so it's really easy to access. As well as that, you get access to our full online Tefl course, so you get access to the entire content whenever you need it, so that you can also work and study when you're not in your one-to-one sessions. Okay, we'll talk about schedules. Now, we say we schedule the sessions to suit you, and it's absolutely what we do. So you may decide you want one session a week, you may decide you want 2 sessions a week, you may decide you want some form of intensive training. Now, even though we set out, let's say you decide you want 1 session a week, you could stop for a couple of weeks because you're sick. You could perhaps make it more intense for a couple of weeks because you've got some time off. It's entirely up to you, and it's entirely flexible. So even though we have a plan, and it's always good to make a plan, so 2 sessions a week for 3 months, it could be that that plan changes as your life changes, and that's one of the great advantages of individual Tefl training. On top of that, the most important thing, I believe, is the level of support you get with this type of course. So all the support you get is from your trainer, so from the consultation, and as you go through the training, your trainer gets to understand you, how you work, how you think, your needs. So whenever they offer support, they already know about you, so they're able to offer the best level of support compared to just a customer service rep who doesn't really know you at all. You get access to the trainer for 8 hours a day, so whenever they're not in a session with you or with another student, then they're going to be online on a special chat, Skype, email, Facebook group, Facebook chat. So lots of different ways that you can access them via your phone, via your laptop, however you want to. And on top of that, we also have 6 months of postgraduate support. Now, this is completely unique. I've not seen another Tefl course provider offer this. And what it means is, as soon as you're certified, you have your Tefl trainer, the same person who helped you throughout the entire course and delivered the 50 hours of content for you. They're going to help you find the job that you're looking for. Okay, and they're going to help you create your CV, because it's a little bit different for the Tefl world, and they're going to help you create a very good CV. They're going to help you prepare for the interviews, because the interviews are a little different as well, because they're done through Skype and there's some pre-interview tasks, but you'll have a Tefl trainer in your corner, so you can absolutely ace that. And you'll have someone in your corner for 6 months, so you'll learn as much in the first 3 months of teaching as you will on your course. And it doesn't matter how good the course is, it's learning to become a Tefl teacher is an experience-based process. So that's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to have us in your corner, so if you're struggling to understand a grammar point, so you don't know how to teach it, you've got someone to ask. If you don't know how to prepare a lesson on a specific subject, you've got someone to ask. If you've got a difficult student, you don't know how to deal with them, or a boss you don't know how to deal with, you've got someone to ask, an experienced TEFL trainer who's been there, done it, and knows you well. So that's a phenomenal thing, because you get that kind of peace of mind throughout the course and for 6 months after the course, which is it's unheard of. Okay, on top of everything else, it's a certified TEFL course. Now we include teaching practice as part of our course as standard. That's for two reasons. The main reason is that actually the learning process requires you to be presented the information, to practice the information or the skill, and then finally to be able to put that into a real life situation. Well, in this context, that's teaching practice. Without teaching practice, then it's very difficult for you to take the theory and put it into reality. So that's important regarding the learning process, but also TEFL schools prefer new teachers who've had some teaching practice on their course, because it's assessed, they've had feedback. So that's also very important for getting a job. It's a valid qualification, so you'll be able to get TEFL jobs all around the world. It's recognised for all the work visas in all the countries, and it's loved by schools because you get to say, well, you know what, I did the TEFL course and I had someone who kind of mentored me throughout the whole process, and I have an experienced TEFL trainer helping me adjust to my first job. So schools are going to absolutely love you. Okay, how it works. So it works a little bit like this. You start with a consultation. It could be 1, 2 or 3 sessions depending on what you need and how much time you have and what your needs are, where your trainer will get in contact, you'll arrange a time, they'll go through who you are, what you're planning to do, what your needs are, what kind of education you've had recently, so you're worried about learning, are you lacking confidence in learning, have you got any teaching experience, how do you feel about standing in front of a group of people, so they understand how to design the course to kind of best suit your needs, so they can build your confidence if you're lacking confidence in different places, because there's 3 elements of teaching. There's knowledge, you need to have a certain knowledge base. There's the skills of being able to deliver the information, but just as important as those 2, you need to have the confidence to act like a teacher and also feel like you can do the job. Otherwise you're very unlikely to apply for jobs because you don't want to embarrass yourself. So that's what our course specializes in, because we're able to design it specifically for that. So you have the web classes, 50 of them, plus all the support. Once you get to the end of the course, we'll help you prepare for the exam, go through a mock exam, revise everything. You'll ace the exam. If you don't, we kind of think of it as our fault, because at the end of the day, our job is to help you prepare to become TEFL teachers. If you're not passing the exam, that means we haven't done our job very well. Once you pass the exam and you've aced it, we'll give you job support, and then there's the 6 months postgraduate support. So it just flows very, very nicely, and we're going to be with you every step of the way. Okay, who would it benefit? So I mentioned this, that we strongly believe that there is not one TEFL course that kind of suits everybody. There's online courses, classroom-based courses, and this now one-to-one web class course. And so very much is very horses for courses. Depends on your needs, your budget, your confidence, your teaching experience. And we're very happy that the one-to-one doesn't fit everybody. We just want to supply this kind of training to those who's really going to get the best out of it. And so if you were to contact us and we spoke to you and we thought, listen, this is probably not the best route for you, we'd be very reluctant to send you down this route, and we'd probably advise you that you should try a different route, because we think the first step is so important and you need to get that step right. And if you're not sure, then we're going to help you, even if that's not with us. So the kind of people that we do feel like we help and that our course does suit is older students. Classroom-based courses are phenomenal. They're an amazing course, but they're very intensive. You start at 9 o'clock in the morning, you finish at 9 o'clock at night. So that's a 12-hour day, 5 days a week. That's 70 hours. That's a long week. Not everybody's used to that. And also, it's an emotional roller coaster, because you'll start in the morning where you'll have some theory for all morning, and 4 weeks is a very short amount of time to deliver the theory, so the trainer has to kind of cram it in. So very often you'll feel overwhelmed by the information. It won't make so much sense because it hasn't had time to settle. But in the afternoon, you're then planning lessons based on the information you just learned, and that's quite stressful because you feel like you don't know it yourself and now you're teaching it. And also standing in front of a group of people is stressful anyway, so you get very, very stressed. And then you'll actually teach in the evening and you'll realize that you do a great job and it goes well, and then you'll be euphoric, and it'll be an amazing experience. But that kind of emotional roller coaster of being overwhelmed and then stressed and then excited and happy, it's really exhausting. So the classroom-based course is great, but it is very intensive, and that level of intensiveness is not for everybody. Okay, online course for older students, it's fine, but it's very limited in the support. So you don't get a Tefl trainer, and there are some complex elements, and from my experience, older people, they like to know something, and if they don't know something, then it stresses them and they don't really have the confidence. So having a Tefl trainer who's able to explain things 3, 4, 5, 6 different ways until you get it is quite important to the process. But also having them on hand to answer any silly question, as you may see it. There are no silly questions, but you want someone to answer all these little questions you have. And also, learning is a skill, and if you haven't been in formal education for a while, then you haven't learned for a while, and you're going to feel very uncomfortable about that. So having our kind of course means you can go at your own speed, so you can slow it down and speed it up depending on your level of experience of learning recently and your lifestyle. So that's why it would suit older students. And also suits people with no teaching experience. So for me personally, my advice would be, if you've got no teaching experience or very limited, don't do an online course. Unless your budget means you can only afford an online course. And the reason why is that you're not going to get the teaching experience and the teaching practice, and it's essential. So that means you've got the classroom course or our one-to-one individual Tefl course. Our one-to-one is more flexible, so if that's important to you, then you go to our individual Tefl training route. But then basically you're just overall going to decide whether what's more important to you. Is it going to be group learning or the individual one-to-one? Are you going to go for more peer interaction, which for a lot of people, experiencing the training together with like-minded people is very important. For other people, more important would be the personalized Tefl training where they have someone just focusing on them. So it's whoever you are, there's no right or wrong answer. You just pick the right Tefl course for you. Okay, other reasons why I would think our course might suit you. If you're lacking confidence in either teaching or learning, it's going to be the ideal course for you, because the course will be created to give you that confidence, because your Tefl trainer will understand that, okay, this student doesn't have confidence, so as well as teaching them the knowledge, I'm going to have to help them slowly build their confidence, and we're experts at doing that. If you want the flexibility to have a course that fits around your life, so you don't have to stop your life and do an online course, a classroom course for 4 weeks, but you still want that kind of expert Tefl trainer contact, then it's going to be ideal for you, because the online course doesn't give you the Tefl trainer and the classroom-based course doesn't give you the flexibility. You have to do these 4 weeks. And for those who want support after graduation, we're the only kind of course that offers this support, and if it's important to you, then this is going to be the right course for you. Okay, why we offer it? It's very, very simple. I've been involved in Tefl for 17 years. I started off with absolutely no experience, none whatsoever, no teaching experience, and I went out there and I absolutely loved it. And I actually thought I'd never be a teacher. It was one of the options when I graduated university, and I thought, not a chance. A couple of years later, there I am teaching around the world. So I went from there, and I really enjoyed explaining things to people, especially people interested in Tefl. So I started doing weekend taster courses and classroom-based courses for different Tefl training companies. I then decided to go out on my own, and I created my own online Tefl course, fully certified and accredited. We then graduated 12,000 students who went off to teach around the world, and that was a phenomenal experience for me, being able to affect that many people in their lives and bring them into Tefl. But it was quite frustrating because an online course doesn't offer that kind of teaching practice. So a lot of these people were going out and they were having to make that jump from kind of the theory into the reality on their own. And as a trainer, you know, who has high expectations of himself and wants to deliver the best kind of training, it always frustrated me. So I opened up a language school in Poland, and the idea of the language school was to be able to invite people to come and do some assessed teaching practice. Now, we couldn't have too many people at a time because, you know, we only had, say, 70 students to deal with. So we would have people over and they would come and they would have 15 hours in 1 week of assessed teaching practice, and this would enable them to bring the course to life and make that bridge between the classroom, the theory, into the reality. What we did at the same time is, because we invited people who didn't graduate our course but graduated other courses, is we did 2-3 hours in the morning of revision on Tefl itself. And what we found, because we only had, for example, 2 or 3 trainee teachers at one time, they felt it was very personalized to them. So we were able to personalize the kind of revision training to them, and they really liked the one-to-one contact, and we got, you know, great feedback. So it made us think perhaps there was certain people who would like this entire process of having that one-to-one personalized feel, and also for me, having created an online course, I really enjoyed, again, having that one-to-one contact and helping people directly rather than just create an online course. So as a trainer, it also was the right time for me to go back and having that kind of one-to-one contact, which, even though I run Elite English, I still train myself because it's the part of the company that I love to do. Okay, so that's who we are. Now let's just summarize and get to that special offer that I mentioned right at the beginning. Okay, so you get a personal trainer, Tefl expert, for 50 hours, okay? That's scheduled to fit around your life. It's scheduled, but the schedule can change. It's delivered online. You don't need any software, any technical know-how, and you'll get a personal trainer who will design the training to fit your needs. You'll get full support, 8 hours a day available, and you'll get mentoring for 6 months once you've graduated. You'll also get certified, and you'll be able to teach all around the world, and we guarantee it. If there's a country that you can't teach in because they say our certification is not valid, then you will get your money back, because it just won't happen. We'll take all the risk off your shoulders and put on ours, because we know it's a non-starter. It's not something that you need to worry about. Okay, our one-to-one individual Tefl course suits older students for a variety of reasons. For the fact that if you haven't been in education for a while, or you're lacking confidence, then you want to have a course that's going to go at your speed and deliver to your needs. For the same reason, those who don't have any teaching experience, having an online course that offers that teaching experience and that one-to-one contact to design it for you, to help you out, that's also going to be hugely beneficial. And also, we feel it's beneficial for people who are lacking confidence or who require expert Tefl training, but they want something with flexibility, so it fits around their life rather than having to stop their life to do the Tefl course. And so that's the course. It's not for everybody, but if you feel that you are one of those people that it might suit, then we're going to talk about the special offer. Special offer is actually, it's a great offer. It's 50% discount. So we normally ask for £1,000 or $1,300, but right now till the end of July, it's going to be £500 or $650, and we do offer some payment plans of 3 months and 6 months, and you should really check those out. And this is just for July only, and you need to be aware of that. Okay, so just to give you an idea of how good an offer that is, so you're going to get 50 hours of Tefl training, okay, and you're going to get a minimum 50 hours of support. You think about the support during the course, 6 months after, helping you find a job, the support of preparing you for the interview, preparing you for your exam. It's going to be minimum, so that's 100 hours. You're going to get an expert Tefl trainer, not a customer service, an expert Tefl trainer who knows you for 100 hours. If you work out and calculate how much that works down as per hour, it's actually £5 an hour or $6.50 an hour. That's lower than the minimum wage in both the US and the UK. Okay, that's a really low. That's how good this deal is. Normally, it would be £10 an hour or $13 an hour, which is still, for getting that level of expertise, is a phenomenal offer. But right now, it's almost too good to be true. It's £5 per hour or $6.50 per hour. So the next step and the first step is to apply. So you either apply, and you've got a button to the right hand side here. You apply now. You pay your deposit if you're using a payment plan, or you pay the full amount. But if you have a few questions, then feel free to go through the contact and the consultation before you decide to apply. But we will still hold the promotion for you. So if you have a couple of questions first and it takes you 5-10 days to make that decision, then we will still hold out the promotion for you, because you made contact with us during this promotional time. So whichever way suits you, that's the first step you need to do. If you want to apply now, you can buy it now, but you can use it later. So if you want to take advantage of this promotion, but you're not really ready to start your TEFL training for a month or two, then it's not a problem. You can make the purchase now and pay later on. And so there are your first steps. I hope you find that informative. I hope to have some of you come join us. If not, I hope that you all decide to take TEFL up. It's a phenomenal experience. It's been great to me for 17 years, and I wish you luck on your TEFL journey.